player in this league. He's probably as athletic as any other player in this conference, and he could get his own shot when he wants it.
He was suspended the first game that these two teams met on February 4th. Travel. As we go back to the three-pointer.
Staple of Tom Izzo teams in recent years, annually among the best in the country in terms of assist percentage. Let's bring in Holly Rowe.
Well, listening into Mark Turgeon, the Maryland coach, in that last time out, he must have used the word toughness 7 times. He said, we're not screening with toughness, we're not rebounding with toughness, not defending with toughness. He needs a tougher effort from his.
He averages 9, and Muhammad has put in 12.
Look at this defense again by Muhammad with help from Wesson.
Iowa and Wiggins haven't hit the threes for the Terrapins. Wiggins 4.
I think Merle will probably go back to man at the other end after that sequence. He can make that nice cut, but not
intercepted. In college basketball in mid-December. Number 1.
Let's see a little timeout now. One stick inside. Nice play.
Steal by Walker.
Even taking the shots, forcing them to do damage.
Great defensive work by Jalen Smith that time against Miles Johnson.
Let's see if they can work it now to get it to Smith. If Cowan, if they don't have numbers.
And this problem continues. Maryland.
You either look for a diagonal cross-court pass or you fill and replace, and that was a perfect fill and replace by Indiana.
Franklin's only shooting 16% from 3.
See how much Brunk has to really get around the guard.
He does.
You can feel the presence defensively, though, right?
Yeah, and you can feel it with Harms, too. Just throw it up. Oops.
Smith intercepted.
What's at stake for them, and so now I would expect them to shoot a little bit better, if not a lot better, here in the second stanza.
Jalen Smith going against Carter. Carter had to sit with 2 early fouls, and that thing did everything but drop.
If Michigan State can get an aggressive and productive Aaron Henry consistently, then Michigan State has the opportunity to get to a Final Four. But without that, I think it's a much tougher climb.
Smith sizing up Tillman, trying to back him down. It's going to be tough. Tillman.
Got to get those offensive boards, and most importantly, he said, fellas, we got a lot of time left.
10:43 and counting, and we talked about at the top of the broadcast with Olivia, defense was what they were looking for in the defensive possession a moment ago, one of their best.
Now Smith to work. Oh, 2! One-on-one with the rejection.
Nowhere to go. Banging his way to the hoop. That one well short. Scott picks up the loose ball. Cowan push it up the floor quickly in transition. Morcell. Back out to Scott, and now Cowan. 4-point game. Cowan, 11 to shoot. Smith chasing it down. He's working against Demir. Smith, strong, and Demir the rebound.
Guard, certainly in the Big Ten, but not very many in the country get fouled as often as Anthony Cowan Jr. gets fouled.
Eric Ayala, you'd figure a key guy for Maryland, shooting the ball much better the last couple of games. They go into Dante Scott, and he's off balance as he puts up that shot.
That defense. So Kevin Cross getting his first start, the freshman tipping, but he loses that tap to Jalen Smith, and off we go from College Park. As you saw, Maryland's last win came against Illinois, 75-66, and they got down 14 but fought back. That's been a theme for them. They'd like to jump out here early on top.
Take a look early. Thorbjornsson matched up with Jalen Smith. And if you're Nebraska, I understand why you're doing it, but you're going to have to send help. A great ducking, a greater. I think he's got a bright future. Kvass from outside. No. And there is Scott on the rebound.
I will say, Cam Mack is setting up his shooters. Nebraska hasn't knocked them down, but they are getting quality looks.
Inside sticks. No. And coming over the top, that's going to be.
And I will take a shooter's touch like that on the road all day long if you can get it. I love the rims.
Inside, nice move, and he got it to go.
Yeah, he didn't, you're right. Cowan made them both. Toby King comes back in, so what do we think? That was about
4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes.
About what you said.
Yeah, you got to, 3 fouls. Broadcasters, we act like, oh my God. Hey, look, you play basketball your whole life. You got 3 fouls. Play with it. Used to be you didn't get taken out in the first half until you had 3 fouls. If you were good.
Davison from the baseline hits it.
Here to the college game, and they also told us don't be surprised if he has a few Zion Williamson-esque dunks, and we saw one already as he skied on that putback, but misses both of those free throws. Under 2 to play here in the first half. Holy Cross hanging around, down just 9. They opened last season in non-conference play against Michigan. We're up by 6 at halftime before they ultimately lost in Ann Arbor. Bridgen pump fake, gets Smith to fly by, takes it himself high off glass, and he gets to roll.
Once you play at first, if you have a point guard that can make a block like that, Terps will be in a good position.
Holy Cross swings it around the outside. Now Louder will drive in. Up and under scoop layup is good.
He has scored 21 points twice in the last 5 games for me.
Scott on Xavier Kenyon off the switch. Smith guarded
Winston from the corner.
Yes! Just great basketball.
All season long. You may have heard me mention it, Brandon, but one of New Jersey's finest residents, Worldwide West, calls it Dirty Jersey, affectionately.
Baker! Percent coming in.
That's right. So sometimes Bowie's gotten hot. You've seen Spencer have some decent games from 3. Spencer had an excellent game at Indiana where they were up 10 but couldn't close the deal.
Chance to add to their nice little move.
Enjoyed watching the game.
I did too. Trevor Lawrence is going to be a superstar, but he didn't have his best game. Joe Burrow made himself a lot of money, or continued making himself a lot of money.
Our producer Bart Fox produced a nice watch party for us. It was good all the way around.
Little spotted cow.
Shot clock winding down. Demetric Trice back to Micah Potter, who shuffled over and then hit the jump shot.